Okay, so a little bit of an update. Today's Tuesday. Let's see, April 6th? April 6th, I think. 5th. April 5th. And so what we have here, let me wipe that off. A little bit of condensation. Okay, so here's the performance stage. And I'm done with the framing. Yesterday I ended up installing the pressure blocking, as you can see, and I'm using 3M tape on top. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but basically what that's going to do is help to shed water as it lands on the beams, on the boards. And so today I've got the miter saw set up, and I'm gonna start the process of putting the deck boards on. And I'm still trying to work out the layout. I think I'm gonna go with a 4-foot, an 8-foot, and maybe a 12-foot if I have it. And I think that is the way to do it. I have to double check. I'm gonna start towards the back and then work my way forward. I do have to attach some hardware because I'm going to be connecting the deck directly and anchoring it to the pool with some anchors, some wedge anchors, just as a final precaution. I mean, this thing is going to be pretty heavy. It's not really going to move anywhere, but I don't want it to, you know, don't want to have anything like that to happen. So I do have hangers on all of these boards, and it's all supported with these concrete bases. And I do have to put our 4x4 posts right here, and that's going to be just kind of help overall. But it should be pretty solid, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, so today's going to be working on getting some boards on here. Okay, so change of plans. I'm actually going to start decking from the front because I calculated what I would need to do to not have to rip any boards, and it would mean that on the end would have to overhang over 1.5 inches, so that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is start from the front, and that way, you know, that's a place that most people are going to see first and foremost. So I'd rather have full boards from the front, and then at the back just rip a board. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably one of the hottest days of the year so far in April. Nice when you get just a little bit of cloud cover. Okay, I need to take this video before I get ahead of myself. So this was the progress I was able to make yesterday, and just got a little bit close to halfway done. So I'm gonna set up the time lapse, set this up, and hopefully get some content of how far I can get today. Let's see. Also, what I did yesterday was, or what I also had to do today was, a lot of these butt joints. These are the only places I really had to pre-drill, just because I wanted to make sure those screws hit those joists underneath. And I didn't want to crack these boards since they're already, a couple years old and they're not green. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I did add additional blocking down here, just 4x4s, and tap them into place to kind of support these joists. I mean, these are really holding the brunt of the weight, but I also wanted to add that, as well as the tie downs that I have at either corner. So yeah, so all I'm gonna do is just put the boards on and see how far I can get today. And so I imagine it'll probably take either the rest of today or potentially finish up by Monday of next week. Okay, so I actually had my camera set up, and it's a little bit windy today, and it ended up falling backwards and cracking the back screen. So stuff happens, right? So this is where I'm at right now, and getting pretty close to the end. There's a good chance I'll probably just finish up a couple more rows and then leave kind of the last couple rows till Monday, because what I'm going to do on this back edge, I'm going to be adding some reinforcement. So I have one of these blocks here already. Of course, it's already attached there at the end of either side. So on top of this one here, there's basically going to be a 4x4 coming up and actually notched so it actually fits, so this weight is directly going to the ground in this back part. I mean, it's already supported from all those underneath, and I'll do the same thing here. So basically halfway between those two, there'll be one basically there, same thing, support there, and same thing here between those two, one there, support there, just as some additional stiffening. And I think that's just the wannabe engineer in me, to over engineer things, because it's better than really never have to worry about it rather than to worry about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to finish up a couple more rows and then cut off this excess, and probably call it a day. But this deck is pretty much almost done. I might do a couple trim pieces along the edging along there, and then in the front I might actually build a little mini ramp so that there's easy access up here. So just kind of a small mini ramp. You know, so I don't know if I will need railing, because it is pretty low. It's only, I think, only about a 14-inch, 12 or 14-inch difference even back here. Actually, the deepest part might be a little bit taller, but you know, I will cross that bridge when I need to. But for now, it's just going to be a platform floating stage deck, and if I have to put railing on it, I can put railing on it because I've got plenty of it. So yeah, that is pretty much it, and we will come back next week.